In a world that often feels ordinary, there are individuals whose lives defy conventional understanding. These are not characters from comic books or myths, but flesh and blood embodiments of the extraordinary. This is a realm where humans exhibit powers that challenge the very essence of what it means to be ordinary. From a blind bicycle rider who manipulates his way to a person who eats glass, metals, then a whole airplane. Here are 20 people with real superpowers caught on camera showcasing the astonishing and inspiring aspects of the human experience. Number 20. Daniel Kish. In the world, there are around 39 million blind individuals, and Daniel Kish is among them. Unlike some who rely on seeing eye dogs, Daniel uses both a cane and echolocation to get around. He lost his sight when he was just over a year old, but he hasn't let it hinder him. Raised without fear, Daniel confronts challenges head-on. While Daniel uses a cane, his primary way of navigating is through echolocation. By creating a vacuum between the top of his mouth and his tongue, he produces a sound that bounces off objects and returns to him. This clicking sound, though simple to most, guides him through spaces, preventing collisions. Human echolocation involves creating various sounds, like finger snapping or foot stomping, to perceive surroundings. The sound waves help identify object locations and sizes. Daniel has mastered echolocation to such an extent that he's earned the nickname the real-life Batman. Daniel sees himself not as a superhero, but as someone testing his limits and pushing against the restrictions faced by blind individuals. His story showcases the power of determination and adaptation, proving that with ingenuity and courage, one can overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. Number 19. Leandro Granado. Leandro Granado has an incredible talent that's hard to believe. While Cyclops might be known for his destructive laser eyes, Leandro uses his unique ability to create beautiful and inspiring masterpieces. He discovered his gift when he was just a child, and instead of keeping it hidden, he decided to share it with the world. At first, his classmates were amazed, and maybe a little confused by his strange talent. But little did he know that it would lead him to an amazing career. Leandro's creative process is truly unique. He starts by inhaling a special mixture of ink paint and saline solution up his nose. It might sound strange, but this mixture is crucial for his art. Once it's in place, he uses a special technique to unleash a burst of ink onto a blank canvas with incredible pressure. In just moments, he transforms the blank canvas into a vibrant and colorful masterpiece. What makes Leandro's art so special is that it breaks all the rules. It shows that art can come from anywhere and doesn't have to be traditional. His work proves that art is limitless and can be found in the most unexpected places. Leandro is living proof that creativity knows no boundaries, and his talent is a perfect example of that. Number 18. Real-life soldier safe and hostage in a movie. In a scene straight out of a Russian movie, a tense situation unfolds outside a military base as a crazed person holds a woman hostage, demanding access to nuclear weapons. It's a gripping scenario, made even more intense by the presence of two Russian FBI-style guys, their weapons trained on the scene. The standoff is palpable. How will it all end? How will they save the woman? But then, in a twist no one saw coming, a real-life soldier bursts onto the scene from the base, risking everything to disarm the aggressor and rescue the woman. The catch? He didn't realize it was just a movie set. You can imagine the confusion on his face when people approached him, but he stood his ground, shielding the woman with his own body. In many movie productions, they use signs, flyers, and social media to let people know they're filming. But in this case, they didn't, so the soldier had no clue it was all fake. He thought it was real and took action, proving himself a true hero. The actors should be grateful he didn't mistake the situation for something else entirely and act accordingly. It's a reminder that heroes can emerge from unexpected places, even on the set of a movie. Number 17. Levitating man defies the laws of physics. When you curiously wander the streets of a foreign land during your global adventures, then suddenly, you stumble upon a street performer seemingly defying gravity. Maybe you've seen levitation acts before, where people pretend to float with just one hand supporting them. But in this mesmerizing scene, a man hangs effortlessly in midair with no visible support in sight. It's like he's tapped into the power of the universe itself, leaving even science scratching its head in wonder. The performer keeps his audience guessing for a short while, leaving them in awe of the mysterious forces at play. But soon, he reveals his secret: powerful magnets cleverly hidden in the sand and within his clothing. With a little help from his friend, activating the hidden mechanism, the man gracefully rises into the air, as if lifted by an invisible force. This revelation leaves everyone marveling at the illusionist's genius. You can't help but admire the creativity and cleverness behind the spectacle. The simple yet captivating idea of using magnets to defy gravity opens up a world of possibilities, sparking curiosity about what other wonders might be waiting to be discovered through the combination of science and imagination. It's a reminder of the magic that can happen when ingenuity meets creativity. Number 16. Fearless 83-year-old pensioner. In this video, we witness the bravery of an 83-year-old man named Dennis O'Connor, a great-grandfather who became an internet sensation for his heroic deeds at a local bookmaker. The scene was captured on CCTV as three hooded robbers stormed into the shop, wielding weapons and threatening the manager. Without hesitation, Dennis stepped in to protect the shop. Calmly, Dennis maneuvered behind the robbers and persuaded them to retreat. Fearlessly, he chased the attackers out of the shop, even giving one of them a swift kick in the backside as they fled. The entire incident was caught on video and quickly went viral, making Dennis an instant legend. In an interview, Dennis humbly revealed that he didn't think twice about acting. He simply followed his instincts and wanted to help the manager in trouble. As news of his bravery spread, people hailed him as a hero, and Twitter users praised his toughness, describing him as hard as nails. Dennis's remarkable courage serves as a powerful reminder that age is not a barrier to making a difference. Number 15. Stephen Wilshire. Stephen Wilshire is an amazing person with a talent that many of us can only dream of having. He was born in London, England, and was diagnosed with autism when he was just 3 years old. Stephen didn't start speaking until he was 5, and even then, he was mostly silent. He attended Queen's Mill School in London, where his interest in drawing began to show. By the time Stephen was 7, he could sketch London's famous buildings with incredible accuracy just by looking at a photo and memorizing it. Despite still not speaking much, his instructors encouraged him by taking away his art supplies, forcing him to ask for them. His first words were paper and pencil, and he was speaking fluently by the age of 9. Since then, Stephen has become a well-known artist with a remarkable eye for detail. In 2006, he was even honored as a member of the Order of the British Empire for his contributions to the art world. His cityscapes and landscapes are outstanding, showcasing his superhuman ability to capture intricate details. Stephen's story is a testament to the incredible things that can be achieved with determination and talent, regardless of the challenges one faces. Number 14. Malian hero saves child. In Paris, people are hailing a man from Mali, a country in West Africa, as a hero. He bravely climbed up to a 4th-floor balcony to rescue a boy who was hanging dangerously from it. President Emmanuel Macron recognized Mamadou Gassama's courage by giving him special treatment at the Élysée Palace. He also granted Mamadou French citizenship, which Mamadou had hoped for since moving to France. The heart-stopping scene unfolded in a suburb of northern Paris and was captured on video, quickly spreading across French media. Mamadou was just relaxing and watching a soccer game when he heard screams and car horns nearby. Curious, he went to check it out and discovered a crowd in distress because a young child was hanging from a balcony. Without a second thought, Mamadou sprang into action. In a moment of pure instinct and bravery, Mamadou started climbing the building. With each step, his confidence grew until he reached the child and safely brought him to solid ground, all within a minute. He didn't wait for help from the police or fire department. President Macron commended Mamadou, praising his quick thinking and heroic actions. Number 13. Zhou Tingjue, Grand Master. While Western medicine and science are often our go-to for explanations and solutions, there are other ways to understand and tackle problems. Zhou Tingjue, known as the Grand Master, exemplifies this belief. He is a master of Kung Fu, Qigong, and Tai Chi, and he constantly astonishes everyone with his remarkable abilities that seem to defy the laws of physics. Zhou Tingjue can generate so much heat from his hands that he can boil water and can even stand on thin sheets of paper without breaking them. His feats are so incredible that they've been featured on shows like Ripley's Believe It or Not and Stan Lee's Superhumans. Scientists have studied him for years and have confirmed that what he does is real. Beyond his physical abilities, Zhou Tingjue is also a traditional healer. He claims to be able to dissolve tumors, heal chronic injuries, and treat diseases that were once thought to be incurable. In China, he is considered a national treasure. He has used his powers to help athletes, dignitaries, celebrities, and even the Dalai Lama. Zhou Tingjue's story shows us that there is much more to the world than what we see with our eyes or understand with our current scientific knowledge. He reminds us to keep an open mind and explore different ways of thinking and healing. Number 12. Fastest human calculator. Mathematics can be a tough subject for many, causing frustration and headaches. But imagine having a mind that works faster and more accurately than any electronic calculator. That's exactly what Scott Flansburgh can do. His extraordinary ability earned him the nickname the Human Calculator and a coveted spot in the Guinness Book of World Records. Scott's mental math skills are truly astonishing. He can add, subtract, multiply, divide, and even find square and cube roots of numbers in just seconds, all without needing any gadgets. In 2001 and 2003, he set records for adding a number to itself multiple times in just 15 seconds, beating what any calculator could do. But Scott's brilliance doesn't stop there. In 1999, he came up with the Human Calculator Calendar, a unique 13-month calendar that simplified complex concepts by using 0 as a day, month, and year. This innovative approach showcases his knack for making things easier to understand. Despite his amazing talents, Scott remains down to earth. He's not just a math whiz, he's also a dedicated educator who loves sharing his knowledge and skills with others. His passion for teaching shines through, inspiring students of all ages to embrace the fascinating world of numbers. Number 11. Lu Thao-lin. Lu Thao-lin, a man from Malaysia, has been catching everyone's attention wherever he goes. But it's not because he has 2 heads or extra limbs, it's because he's known as the Magnet Man. He has this incredible ability to stick metal objects to his skin and make them stay there. So imagine going to a restaurant and seeing Lu Thao-lin casually storing his cutlery on his body. How incredible is that? What's even more amazing is the weight of the metal objects he can stick to. He can attach metal things to his body that weigh up to 4.4 pounds each, or nearly 80 pounds in total. He shows off this unique skill at charity events and to anyone who wants to see it. He's even managed to pull a car using just his skin. Now you might be wondering how he does it. Does he have magnets under his skin? Well, surprisingly no. Scientists from Malaysia's University of Technology checked and found no magnetic field on Lu's body whatsoever. Instead, they discovered that his skin has a high level of friction, which creates a suction effect. So it's not magic or magnets, it's just his skin being sticky. And here's another interesting fact. This trait seems to run in the family. Lu's 3 grandchildren can also perform this astonishing trick. It just goes to show how incredible and surprising our bodies can be. Number 10. Heroic man catches falling toddler in China. A man has become a hero after a video of him saving a toddler's life went viral online. The video shows him catching the child as she falls from a building in a dramatic and heart-stopping moment. This incredible event took place in eastern China. The video was shared on Twitter by Li Jianzhao, a government official, who captioned it with the words, "Heroes among us." And indeed, the man, named Shen Dong, is a true hero. The clip begins with Shen running towards a building with a woman, seemingly talking on the phone. However, as they get closer, Shen tosses his phone aside and reaches up to catch the falling girl. Shen heard a loud noise from the building and soon realized it was the sound of a 2-year-old girl falling from her apartment balcony and hitting the steel roof. Without hesitation, he caught her before she could hit the ground. The child was immediately taken to the hospital and, fortunately, she only suffered minor injuries. Reflecting on his actions, Shen said, To be honest, I cannot remember the details. I cannot remember if my arms hurt or anything. It was just instinct to reach out to her. His quick thinking and bravery saved the child's life, making him a true hero in the eyes of many. Number 9. Lucas Novotney. Forget about the Marvel superhero Hawkeye because in the real world, we have the incredible Lucas Novotney. Lucas takes archery to a whole new level by effortlessly shooting accurate arrows while racing on horseback at breakneck speeds. It's like his superpower, his sharp eyesight, lightning-fast reflexes, and mystical archery gift set him apart from the rest. In ancient times, horseback riders were crucial in supporting armies, but this skill has faded away with time. Lucas is like a living relic, bringing back the lost art of horseback archery in jaw-dropping fashion. Watching Lucas flawlessly hit moving targets from opposite directions leaves no doubt that he is the best in the world at what he does. While muscles and six-pack abs might be the go-to for many superheroes, Lucas's true power lies in his unmatched archery skill. He doesn't need a fancy suit or superhuman physique. He has all he needs to don that iconic purple mask and become the archery legend that the world needs. So move over, Hawkeye, because Lucas Novotney is here to show us what real archery mastery looks like. Number 8. Veronica Cider. Veronica Cider possesses a truly remarkable ability that borders on the superhuman. At first glance, you wouldn't suspect that she has eyesight that surpasses the capabilities of most humans. While the average person can see clearly up to about 20 feet away, Veronica can discern intricate details up to approximately a mile away, if not further. Veronica's extraordinary talent was first recognized when she was a student at Stuttgart University in West Germany. The university confirmed that she could not only distinguish people a mile ahead, but also accurately gauge their distance from her position. To put it into perspective, while our vision is considered perfect at 20 to 20, Veronica's is more like 22 to 20. This means she could write a 10-page letter on a postage stamp and read it with ease. To demonstrate her exceptional vision, she wrote a 20-verse poem on a piece of paper the size of her nail and read it aloud in front of her professors without needing a magnifying glass. Despite her incredible superhuman abilities, Veronica leads an ordinary life and works as a dentist in West Germany. Her unique talent showcases the incredible potential of human eyesight and serves as a reminder of the extraordinary abilities that lie within us. Number 7. Security guard leaps over barrier to rescue toddler. China has its fair share of superheroes, and one security guard in Wuhanbei Province, central China, proved just that. Caught on camera, he jumped over a barrier just in time to save a toddler from falling down an escalator. This security guard's quick actions made him a hero in the eyes of many. Despite the potential risks, the security guard didn't hesitate to help the little boy. The child's parents were so grateful that they gave him a banner to express their thanks. Jumping off a moving escalator could have resulted in serious injury, but the guard put himself in harm's way to ensure the boy's safety. Escalators in China have gained a negative reputation due to a few unfortunate incidents, such as a man losing a leg in Shanghai in 2015 when an escalator in a shopping mall malfunctioned. However, these incidents are rare and don't reflect the norm. With millions of escalators and people in China, such accidents are statistically uncommon. While incidents like these may seem frequent online, they are isolated cases. As long as escalators are properly maintained and used correctly, they are generally safe. The security guard's heroic actions serve as a reminder that there are everyday heroes among us, ready to act when help is needed. Number 6. Dimitri Poov. Dimitri Poov is a real-life daredevil whose acrobatic skills rival those of famous comic book heroes. He is a star performer at Cirque du Soleil, where he wows audiences with mind-boggling stunts both on and off the stage. Dimitri's daredevil nature doesn't stop when the spotlight fades. He constantly seeks to push his limits, whether for fun or to showcase his abilities. During a recent trip, despite being warned against risky behavior, Dimitri couldn't resist the temptation to defy the rules. He performed a remarkable feat by gripping a railing with one hand and extending his body over a sheer drop, challenging the laws of nature. One of Dimitri's most jaw-dropping acts is his mastery of the pole. With astonishing finesse, he balances himself on just one hand and foot, gracefully sliding down while lifting his entire body to be parallel with the ground. It's a display that seems to defy the laws of physics, leaving spectators in awe. Dimitri Poov embodies a combination of strength, artistry, and fearlessness. He transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, pushing the boundaries of human potential and inspiring wonder in all who witness his incredible feats. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Albert Pavan, a father and a hero, found himself in a heart-stopping moment of truth at the poolside with his playful 1.5-year-old son, Rocco. Aware of the dangers even in seemingly innocent moments, Albert remained vigilant, understanding the swift nature of a child's curiosity. Little did he know, Rocco's playful wanderings had brought him dangerously close to the pool's edge, enticed by a colorful floating ball. In a split second, Albert's parental instincts kicked in. With lightning speed, he leaped over a towering 4-foot fence, separating him from his son, resembling a superhero in flight. His heart raced with fear, but his determination was unwavering. In a flash, he reached Rocco, pulling him safely from the water's edge and cradling him protectively in his arms. After the ordeal, Albert humbly confessed that the thought of going around the fence never crossed his mind. His sole focus was on reaching his son, guided solely by his deep parental love and protective instinct. In that moment, Albert embodied the essence of a true hero, selfless, unwavering, and driven by an unconditional love for his child. What honorary award do you think this man deserves? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5. The Battery Man. In a world filled with extraordinary individuals, there's a man known as the Battery Man who possesses a truly shocking ability. His name is Biba Strauss, and he fearlessly embraces dangerous levels of electricity coursing through his body, like a human conductor. What's remarkable is that he remains unharmed by the high voltage that would be fatal to anyone else. Biba Strauss' existence seems like a blend of science and fiction. He can withstand million-volt shocks, harness and store energy within himself, and even cook sausages using his bare hands. It's as if he's tapped into some otherworldly source of power. His incredible feats have garnered widespread attention, earning him 2 prestigious Guinness World Records. In 1983, he defied all odds by surviving a staggering 20,000 volts without a scratch, leaving witnesses in awe. Then, 20 years later in 2003, he showcased his remarkable speed by heating a cup of water in just 1 minute and 37 seconds. Biba Strauss is truly one of a kind, a living marvel that captivates everyone who witnesses his astonishing talents. His ability to withstand high-voltage shocks and harness electricity sets him apart as an extraordinary individual, showcasing the wonders of the human body in ways that defy belief. Number 4. Michel Lotito. If someone tells you they ate an entire airplane, you'd probably think they need some serious help, right? I mean, who eats airplanes? There's no such thing as airplane sauce, and airplanes aren't meant to be eaten, unless they're made of gummy candy. But then you hear about Michel Lotito, and suddenly, the idea doesn't seem so crazy. Michel was a French entertainer who had a special stomach. He was born with a stomach lining that was extra thick, and he also had this thing called pica, which makes you want to eat things that most people wouldn't even think of as food. So, he started eating strange things when he was just 16 years old. Doctors soon realized that his stomach lining and intestines were so tough that even if he ate something hard or sharp, it wouldn't hurt him. His digestive juices were extremely strong too, so he could digest things like metal, glass, and rubber. Michel turned his unusual talent into a performance. He started eating all sorts of things like metal, glass, and rubber. He even ate things like TVs, shopping carts, and bicycles. But the craziest thing he ever ate was a whole airplane, a Cessna 150 to be exact. It took him 2 years to finish it, but he didn't have any problems. Sadly, Michel passed away from natural causes when he was 57 years old in 2007. Number 3. The Steelman of India. Strength isn't just about lifting weights, it's about resilience, toughness, and endurance. Amandeep Singh, known as the Indian powerhouse, embodies this idea. Often likened to the Indian Superman for his muscular physique and remarkable toughness, Amandeep aspires to become the world's strongest man. However, his path to strength is far from ordinary. While others might stick to traditional feats like lifting motorcycles or pulling cars, Amandeep seeks greater challenges. To prepare himself, he undergoes intense training sessions with his closest friends. Instead of using conventional weights, they use planks of wood, steel bars, and even sledgehammers to push their limits. Despite the extreme training regimen, Amandeep claims to feel no pain. His secret lies in his dedication to martial arts, which have not only strengthened his body, but also fortified his mind. This fusion of physical strength and mental toughness makes Amandeep a force to be reckoned with. His journey to become the strongest man in the world is driven by his unwavering determination and willingness to push himself beyond ordinary limits. Number 2. Wim Hof. While many of us scurry indoors at the first sign of cold, Wim Hof is not one to reach for a jacket. Instead, he taps into the power of his mind to control his body temperature, allowing him to endure extreme cold without a shiver. And we're not talking about just strolling in light frost. Wim, born in Holland in 1959, began his journey by walking barefoot in the snow as a teenager. But his adventures didn't stop there. In 2007, he attempted to conquer Mount Everest clad only in shorts and sandals, a feat most people wouldn't dare even in the warmest gear. Though he had to turn back due to frostbite, just 5,000 feet shy of the summit, his daring attempt showcased his incredible resilience. Wim Hof's seemingly superhuman ability isn't just luck, it's the result of rigorous mind training. He firmly believes in the power of the mind to overcome physical challenges. So much so that he offers 10-week training courses to teach others his techniques, inviting them to explore their limits and discover the strength within. Number 1. 10-year-old boy saves mother. In a touching moment caught on camera, 10-year-old Gavin proved himself a hero when he spotted something seriously wrong with his mother, Lori, while she was in their backyard pool. Without a moment's hesitation, Gavin acted like a seasoned lifeguard. He jumped into the pool and swiftly swam toward his distressed mother. With care and quick thinking, he guided her towards the pool's ladder, ensuring her head stayed above water to prevent drowning. Gavin stayed by his mother's side, offering comfort and safety, knowing he couldn't leave her alone or call for help. Sensing the urgency, the family dogs joined in, barking loudly to alert Lori's dad, who lived nearby. He rushed to the scene, understanding the gravity of the situation. Embracing his daughter, he tried to calm her down, and they held each other tightly, relieved that she was safe. For Gavin's remarkable bravery and life-saving actions, the local community honored him with a well-deserved plaque, recognizing his courage and quick thinking. This heartwarming story serves as a powerful reminder that heroism knows no age. Sometimes, it's the youngest among us who can teach us the true meaning of bravery. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.